I'm Brody Folk,
I'm Patrick Sullivan.
and this is the Pirate Podcast. Today we will be speaking with Coach Peoples, who coaches the high school softball team here. And Coach Peoples, how's your day going?
Pretty good day. It's a game day, so that's always a good day.
That is a good day. Well, we're going to start out. We know you had a tough loss last night against Smithville, 3-0. But besides that, your season looks like it has been going well so far. Can you give us just like a recap so far of how you guys have been doing?
I've honestly been very pleased with how our hitting has come about this year. We weren't really sure after losing 6 seniors last year how things were going to pan out with everybody playing new roles and new positions this year. So I've been really pleased with how the girls have been meshing together and how our hitting has come along over the last couple weeks.
So, how will the team's chemistry be different this year, losing all the seniors that you had from last year?
Yeah, that's definitely been, I think, the toughest obstacle going in was just seeing how everyone would mesh and play their new roles. But honestly, our seniors have done a great job of bringing everybody together, and some of those returners also, like TK and Demi and Abby, have done a really good job of making everybody feel welcome and just trying to get everybody to play as one team.
How is your pitching staff looking this year? I know you kind of had 3 people kind of in there. What do your pitchers look like? Their styles?
We have 3 different pitchers. We have Chloe Helmer, who has pitched for us the last 4 years. Chloe does a really good job of hitting her spots and just being really consistent. Mackenzie Shields is another one of our pitchers. She's a junior. She has a little bit more speed and a little bit more movement, so we call to her whenever we need that. And then Callie Hitzelberger is a new varsity player this year. She is a sophomore, and she is also very consistent and moves the ball around well. So I think they work really well together and are going to be different strengths and weaknesses with all 3 of them. So we'll be utilizing all of them a lot.
So, how's the competition in the area with like Kearney and Smithville? And
your conference, how you guys look to
Yeah.
compete in there?
I think Smithville and Kearney will be our 2 biggest conference rivals, like always. We haven't seen Kearney yet. We've already seen Smithville twice. We played them once at the Greater Kansas City tournament and ended up beating them 9-8. And then, like you said, we lost to them last night 0-3. I think it's always going to be a battle and a good competition with anytime we've played Smithville, just because of the community rivalries. But I think we're pretty evenly matched this year, so I think it just is going to kind of depend who shows up that game and who really comes to play that day.
Going back, obviously last year you guys had a great year. You guys won a lot of games. You made it to the state semifinals, is that right?
Yes.
Are you going to be able to use that to sustain success into the future, using that as kind of your laying the foundation group?
We talked to the returning varsity girls about that this year and how cool of a feeling that was to get to go to the Final Four and to let those girls who didn't get to go know what it's like and really push how they want to do that again and use that as their motivation for years to come.
So kind of how does your coaching style change throughout the year as you start the year as at preseason conditioning and you go on to the districts and obviously the Final Four? How do you make adjustments and change throughout the year?
I think at the beginning, the main importance is to get everybody in shape and kind of see who's going to be playing what positions and on what team. And then more as we get into gameplay, we are able to take what we've done well in the games and what we need to work on, and that kind of guides practice and coaching techniques. And then at the end, I think it's more of a mentality thing with the girls, especially, is getting them into the mode with it doesn't matter anything that happened at the beginning of the year or middle of the year. When it comes to district play, it's everybody starts fresh and anything can happen. So just getting them in that right mentality with some more pressure that happens in districts and just getting them ready for that kind of play.
So, throughout the year, like how often do you like change up the batting order or like positions if they're needed?
At the beginning, we do a ton. Like with that Greater Kansas City tournament at the beginning of the year, we kind of use that as our gauge to see how all the girls are doing and how people mesh well together in the batting lineup. We're still changing it often, but it's a little bit more set. We have a few positions that are more set in the lineup now and set positions, but some of them do change based on who we play and how many games we have that week, because obviously we can't have like some people get hurt,
Pitchers.
and pitchers need some rest. So
Well, obviously, pitching and softball. Can you give us, like in baseball, we all see pitchers can't go out there and throw every day, but in softball, it's obviously a little bit different. Can you just give us like a little bit of an outlook of the difference between pitching in baseball and pitching in softball, and like wear and tear?
yeah, thankfully the underhand motion isn't nearly as hard on their arms, but their legs and their fatigue still can kind of give out. So whereas they can pitch a couple games in a day, it's still not really good to do more than probably 2 or 3.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get to our Final Four. Obviously, this is where we ask coaches questions about anything here, and you can be on your feet. We have some questions about you. Coach Peoples played at Park University, correct, when you were in
Yes.
college? So she's local college up here, so we might have some questions about that. So our first question is, what was your favorite meal to eat on the road while you were playing softball with the team?
Chipotle.
Chipotle? Why is it Chipotle?
Our coach loved Chipotle, and so we always went to Chipotle or Panera. But something about after playing a tough game, getting a nice little chicken bowl hits the spot.
Chicken? You're not chicken over steak here?
Yep, I'm a chicken girl.
Oh, okay.
So back to Park University. What is one of your favorite memories playing softball there?
I would say just getting to be with my teammates. I still am best friends with four of the girls that I played with, and we still hang out weekly. So I would say just building those memories. My college coach also had the same birthday as me, and I would babysit her kids. So I would just say the relationships that I built.
And so, obviously, what do you think the Chiefs' record is going to be this year in 17
Ooh.
games? Give us a prediction. They're obviously 1-0 after a win this weekend.
I think they're going to lose 3 games.
So 14-3. We
Yep.
going back to the Super Bowl this year?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Always.
All right, and for our final question, what is your favorite place to eat in Platte City?
In Platte City.
In Platte City.
I would say Culver's. Went there last night, had an Oreo milkshake, hits the spot.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys.